welcome to another episode of Inside the Beaker. My name is Christine Vu. I work here in the R&D lab at PCCA, and today I have two fellow Brainiacs with me, Bernice and Stacy. They're joining me here today because we're going to have a little bit of a derm chat. We're going to have some demonstrations on a couple of dermatology formulas, and we're going to talk about a couple of other things that are dermatology related, like the R&D lab equipment that we use versus what you have in your lab to make creams and lotions and stuff. So I'm making two formulas today. So while I get things a little set up here, Stacy, why don't you tell us about the formulas we're going to be working on today?
Okay, so as Christine mentioned, she's going to be making two things for you today. One of them is our formula number 8861, which is a clean lotion with jojoba oil. And it's an oil and water emulsion, and we like it because it's a really great moisturizer. I don't know about you guys, but for the longest time I mispronounced it and was calling it like jojoba oil. So Christine educated me on cosmetic ingredients and the correct pronunciation. So that one's a really awesome formula. And she's going to show us, after that, she'll show us formula 10925, which is our lotion bar with coconut oil.
I love the lotion bars. They're amazing. I've seen them like in a few places, and they have them packaged so cool in tins or in little, what do you call it?
Like a chapstick?
Chapstick kind of containers, and they're really cool. I love them, and I can't wait to see how you make them.
Yeah, they're actually kind of cool. They're a little bit different than your typical lotions. They're also great for travel, right, Bernice?
Yeah.
I think you said you had taken them on the plane one time because they're not a liquid. It's a solid form. So, well, let's just go ahead and get started. I have here with me the clean lotion with jojoba oil that we're going to make first. So jojoba comes from a shrub in the desert of California and Arizona. So,
wow.
Yeah.
Another piece of education for me.
Yeah. Yeah. So I have here in my oil phase, this contains jojoba oil, glycerol monostearate, polyethylene glycol 400 monostearate, cetyl alcohol, and stearic acid flakes. And I did say stearic acid flakes like it notes on the formula. We do have stearic acid powder, and that does not work. I tried it already, and so you really have to do the flakes or it doesn't solidify correctly. And then here in my water phase, I have preserved water and glycerin. And then my third phase, I have amiduria in water that's pre-dissolved, and that's our preservative phase. So I've already heated it up to, both of them are about 70 degrees, like it states on the formula. So I'll go ahead and mix this together in the homogenizer behind me. Let's just get this out here. And I'll show you on my equipment, it's a little bit different than just using a stir bar because it helps you make the particle size of your emulsion smaller, and that helps with stability. So I'm going to keep this up here.
So about how long does that take, that step?
So it depends on the formula. This particular one, because it's thinner and it has a good emulsifier in it, it's only a few seconds. You don't want to do it too long. It'll start foaming up. So we'll just do this here, put this on the mixer, and then we can get to talking about why this is different.
So if you don't have this equipment in your lab, there's other options for you.
Right. So let me get this on here, and then I'll talk about. So the formulas we've written, you're able to do it with the lab equipment that you do have in your lab, which would be the like a hot plate. So what you would need to do is you'll have both phases. You'll have to make maybe, like here I made 100 grams. So it may or may not work because this gets a little bit thick. But what you would need to do is have your spin bar spinning at a really high speed so that it creates a good emulsion. So what you want to do is have your oil droplets and your water droplets very small so that they can kind of like marry each other, because inherently emulsions are unstable. So over time they will start to coalesce. The oil likes the oil, the water likes the water, and then you'll have a separation. But what the homogenizer does, what I use behind me, is it has a rotor stator, so it makes all the particles run through there, and it makes them very, very, very small, so that when they marry each other, they kind of stay stable for longer.
All that science.
Yeah. Yeah. So I have here, so what you would do is, based on the formula, this one you'll just cool it all the way down, and then you can see it starting to get thicker, and you need to keep mixing it so that you can keep that emulsion staying stable. But after that, you would be able to fill it, and what we typically do is we would fill it in a mega pump or any other cosmetic type jar you have, and I do have one here already filled, if you guys want to try that out.
I love testing product. Here we go.
Thanks.
I like how it definitely goes in nice and smooth. It has like a nice texture.
Yeah, it's not oily at all. It's really nice.
Right.
And this
And
one's a really light one.
yeah, you
Yeah.
can definitely use it on your face. I mean, it doesn't have SPF in it, so you would put it like on top of your SPF on your face.
Yeah, you can do that.
It almost has like a little bit of a cooling effect.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's not tacky or anything. I don't know.
No.
Maybe
Yeah.
it's the texture of my skin today, but yeah, it's really nice.
No, it feels great.
Also, you can, if you wanted to substitute jojoba oil for another type of oil, you can do that too. But we haven't tested that on this formula, so it would have to be something that you would have to test and see how that works. Because some oils react differently in the formula, and then you can also add fragrances too. It makes it.
Yeah, I was gonna say it doesn't have any smell, so adding a fragrance would be nice.
Yeah, fragrance or an essential oil if there's allergies or things like that. So. Yeah.
Cool.
Did you want to show them up close kind of how it did on your
Yeah,
hand?
Sure. Okay, I don't know if you guys can see it very well. We'll try to do the best I can here. So, it's a really nice smooth cream. Let me add a little bit more just so it's a little bit easier to see. Really nice smooth cream, real nice texture, good viscosity. It just really kind of melts into the skin. Okay, I put like a lot on there. I put a lot, but you can see, and it kind of leaves like a little bit of a glow to your skin. It's really, really, really nice. It feels real nice and soft. So could you wear something like this, you said over your,
I would put it.
under your makeup, over your like SPF?
Or maybe a night cream, maybe.
Yeah,
Okay.
if you're
Anything for
like
moisturizing.
oily, that would be good since it's not too heavy.
Yeah.
But I put layers on my face.
And
Tell.
it just
Yeah.
depends
It
on
is
people's
nice,
skin,
yeah.
Yeah,
right? Some
it
people have
depends on
dry
your skin.
skin, some people have oily
Yeah.
skin or whatever.
Really nice.
Stacey, didn't you, earlier I heard you talking to someone about the C4 specialist. Do you want to tell them a little bit more about that?
Yeah, so PCCA, in case you didn't know, we have a C4 specialist program, which is actually a specialist certification program for different specialties within your practice. So we have a dermatology in combination with wound and scar, so it's a derm, wound, and scar specialist designation, and then we also have an HRT and a vet component as well. So we have a lot of cool ways to really become more knowledgeable in certain areas that you can, help bring value to your pharmacy.
And they can do some of that. Most of it is online, right?
Yeah, it's got an online component. So the C4 stands for Comprehensive Core Concepts in Compounding, and so that's an online course that you take. It's an at-home study, and then we mix that in combination with a live seminar too. So you would take an at-home study, learn a lot of background and history about the particular specialty that you're interested in, and then you would come attend a live event. So we have a lot of information that our events team can give you, and we'll go ahead and drop a link in the comments too. That way, if you guys are interested in knowing more, y'all can find out all the information and the dates.
And I know, I think Bernice was telling us earlier that one of the top questions we get in the PCD department is derm. So
Yeah.
it would be good, if you go to one of those seminars to get some marketing ideas and stuff like that, and then you can do that. So, okay, so next up we have lotion bars, and I like lotion bars because it's different. You don't see those all the time, and like we mentioned before, it's good for traveling because it's not a liquid. So, you know, it's kind of fun, it's kind of different. So let's get started here and let's make a lotion bar. So I have my beaker and a stir bar, and then I'm gonna add my ingredients here. So I have, add it on here. I have some shea butter. Add some shea butter in here. And then I have coconut oil. So it's kind of a solid, right? I think it has a low melting point. So depending on the temperature in the room, it can be half and half.
It's just, semi-solid. So if it's a solid, you can just use the hot water bath to heat it up in your lab and make it a liquid if you prefer. Yeah, it's melting. Melting quickly.
Melting quickly. And then I have, the formula also has some beeswax. And finally, vitamin E acetate to prevent oxidation. So you would just heat that up. But I do have some already heating here. And it's up to temperature. So we brought it up to about 65, 70 until it's all liquefied. So that's kind of how it looks like when it's fully liquefied. So let me show you. We use there's this small little deodorant stick, I guess it is.
Yeah.
And then chapstick too. So that we have large ones and small ones. I kind of like the big one because it's more lotion. You use more of it. And then you would just fill them up. And then to this, you can also add, similar to the other one, like fragrance oils. So then it kind of have a nice scent, or essential oil. So you just kind of fill it up. But I do have some that have already solidified.
I like this. It's really easy because you just pour it right into the applicator stick and then just leave it to congeal at room temperature. So I think it's...
set it and forget it.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, set it and forget it, like something.
Like Jello.
Yeah. Like Jello. Yes, exactly.
Yeah, this is great. This is a little bit more, I guess, thicker than the clean lotion, but it's not thick like...
Yeah,
it's more moisturizing.
I remember when I first tried to describe this, they were like, does it kind of just ooze out of the chapstick? But it doesn't.
Yeah, let me see if you guys can see it very well, but yeah.
Kind of like a chapstick, but it's a little...
Very similar to a chapstick or deodorant.
Yeah,
and
it's just more moisturizing, definitely. You can feel it. Because of the wax, maybe?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, really nice.
And it has, the shea butter also helps with the moisture.
Yeah.
Shea butter and coconut oil. And
yeah.
very
I
nice.
really like this.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think we're out of time.
Yeah, we're out of time. That was fun, though.
Yeah, it was fun. Fun to make stuff to make us look pretty or to help keep our skin in check. But yeah. So.
Yeah. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah.
And
don't forget to check out more information on C4, and so we'll see you next time on
Inside the Beaker.